Hey guys, and welcome back to Building Habits. In case you're new here, this is a series where I introduce a set of rules you should try and follow in every game you play. The goal is to teach you strong fundamental principles that we will improve upon as we go. This series is my personal take on how to improve in chess, starting from 400 ELO all the way up to 2000 ELO and beyond. I'm going to choose a series of rules that I have to follow. What you might notice is that you will miss chances to play winning moves. That's okay. The goal here is to focus on the fundamentals, and I'm trying to get you guys to build good habits and play high percentage moves that will help you increase your rating. We're playing Glenergy. Uh-oh, that sounds like a high energy name. That sounds like a pretty cool name, actually. Not gonna lie. Orodrin with the 5 subs. Getting closer. Oro, thank you, buddy. When is the Prem Fucker coming back? The Prem Fucker is coming back this weekend. There's going to be a $2,000 match. Whoa! 20 gifted subs from Kukulov. 20 gifted from Kukulov. Whoa, we overshot it. The energy was too high. Hey, C3. Whoa, hang on. Learning experience. Wait, whoa, we just learned this. Guys, let's not lose to Glenergy here. Hang on. We just, guys, wait. The energy's high, but hang on. Habits. Someone help me out. We just looked at this. This should be fresh in your mind. D5, yes, D5. Thrusting. Bishop B5. Oh, we looked at this too. What did we say? We said knight jumps in. And after pawn takes, we said bishop goes back. And then I said let the habits guide you from here. So let's see how it goes. Kukulov, thank you for the 20 subs. Kukulov says, you know what? 17,777. What's a pretty number? It's all about 18K. So we're on the way to 18K. Forget those small goals. It's all about the big 18. Castles, I mean, hey, not going to complain about castling. Is that a hoodie or a onesie? It's a hoodie. Definitely not a onesie. Knight to C3. Okay, makes sense. What about this guy? Let's get developed. Pin looks good. Solid. Kuklov, 20 more gifted subs. He says, look, my bad, guys. I overshot 17,777 subs. But can you forgive the guy? He's not interested in that. He's interested in 18K. I forgive him. Let's go. Next goal. Queen D3. Guys, how about Queen D3? What can we do here? Frozen Sand, 5 gifted subs. Bishop takes, and you know what? That should be a pawn for us. D4 might be loose. Chat is popping off right now. And that's on you guys. You know what? We had someone try to come into our territory, to the chessbrah man cave, that has a very, very beautiful salon for the ladies, might I add. And he tried to insult us? He tried to say, fuck the chessbrahs? Excuse me? You want to fuck the chessbrahs? There's no way you can fuck the chessbrahs. There's like 18,000 of us. And you haven't fucked anyone in your life. You don't stand a chance. There's no way. Can't happen. Bishop takes. Let's take that back. The plebs don't count. Of course the plebs don't count, because remember, it's an army. The plebs aren't taking up swords and going to war. You know? I need guys that are ready to represent for the bras. How are the plebs going to represent in a sub battle? You know, we need to defend ourselves against the other channels. JHK23, 5 gifted subs. ePorto76, using Prime. Quite Pig Venus. Thanks for the 5 subs, dude. I hear you. Quite pig. I hear you. Now, he has given us the opportunity here to take that center pawn. We should take it. We don't want to let him back in this one. There we go. Let's capture that. Now, trades. Remember, guys. Trades. We want to capture. We want to offer queen trades. Rooks. Anything. Trades. Thank you, XL007. Thank you, 007. Okay, we got a pawn here that we need to guard. Let's go. Well, we only have one move to guard it. Let's go here. Let's go here. Frozen Sand, thanks again for the 5 subs. Kuklov with 20. Kuklov, Frozen Sand, Quite Pig, JHK. Big support from everybody here. Rook to an open file. Rook to an open file. Now, what are we going to do here? We got to finish the habits. H6. I think I might go queen here. It's not my my proudest move, but we want to trade queens. We want to trade queens. Queen to h5. He's not going easy on me. Okay, guys, you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough. That's a pass pawn. We talk about pushing the damn thing. Let's go. I've had enough. We got our habits done. There are pieces in the middle. Support that guy. Let's send it. How do I keep sending this pawn forward? Anyone have any advice? Okay, well, I guess I could support it with this pawn. But how do I keep pushing it? Oh. Well, he's certainly making a case for me here. Hang on. He's making a big threat, but he is helping me push that pawn. He is helping me push that pawn. The question is, are we pushing it, baby? Are we pushing it, baby? The Prosto's got to go. Hey, guys, give a big shout out to the Prosto. See you, buddy. Thank you for the big support. The Prosto's always around. Everyone says thrust it forward. I hope you guys aren't trolling me. You guys, we're about to get 1,400 together, right? On stream. You wouldn't be messing with me, right? I mean, hopefully. Right? We're going forward, right? It's all the way. I hope you guys are right. You guys calculated this out, right? Push, right? You guys calculated this? I mean, I'm leaning on you here for the calculations. You guys said you calculated. I hope. I mean, we're gonna push, right? Makes sense. Okay, you guys calculated, right? So we start with a check. We gotta save our queen, right? And then we're gonna calculate from here, right? You guys worked it all out. I appreciate it. Okay, so you right? We worked this out. Queen, right? This looks good. Is this the same variation you guys saw, or am I misplaying it? Okay, well, we gotta move. Same variation. Nice. Okay. All right. We're synchronizing here. Okay, we gotta move the king the heck out of there. Okay, that's good. We're on the same page. That's nice to see. Okay, queen there. It's interesting. Let's take. Oh, damn, that's a check. Hey, someone stop this guy. I didn't see that move in my calculation, guys. I didn't see that move in my calculation. Let's get that pre-move in, just in case. I'm just not sure what move he's gonna do. Okay, there's no way he has another check. What's Buddy gonna do? What's Glenergy gonna do? Is the better question. Let's keep my queen. And you know what? Let's pre-move that. Let's pre-move that. Let's get the queen down there. Okay, so I think queen d2 is a move with decent Glenergy. Okay, let's get the rook over here. Another move with Glenergy. Okay. Yep. Yep. Let's get a pre-move. Gotta guess. We gotta guess, don't we? Let's get the rook down there. It's tough to find the moves with the right Glenergy, you know? Boy, is it tough. 0.8 seconds, lots of time. Hopefully this is the same variation you guys saw. It's kind of what I was thinking. We just sort of play this way. You guys saw that, right? We're on the same page. You guys saw that? Was that the line? Guys, we got to get to the next game. Glenergy definitely came at us right here. All right, it was good to see. He played well, but, you know, the good thing was we just looked at this. We just put the time in. We just studied this. Hopefully you guys remembered. It's important to pay attention to the stuff we're studying. And, I mean, I think it paid off pretty decently. One thing is, after this, I'm not going to take and help his pawn structure. I'm going to leave my knight there. I want him to take me, so I take back and hit his knight. Instead, I'll go for the pin. We got e5. Hello, Ya928. Great to see you, buddy. Okay, we got to have a stream. Let's bring the knight out. We've been doing this time and time again. Bishop there. Makes sense. What do we do? H3. Bishop H5. All right. Now, move after Bishop H5. Let's get castled. See what he's going to do. Knight D4. You know what? I figured that we might be seeing this move. I figured. It's great that we have the option to play Knight D4. Guys, can someone help me out? How do we deal with this move right here? The knight is pinned, but there's something a little bit different about this position compared to normal. We haven't played D3 yet. We haven't played D3 yet, which means bishop can slide back to E2. Okay. That's right. A lot of you guys got bishop E2. You're correct. The answer is bishop E2 because remember, we don't want double pawns here. Okay. We also have no other way to take this. So we're going to play bishop E2. I'm just kidding. We're not playing bishop E2. We're getting this guy the hell out of there. Get him out. This guy's gonna be walking with a limp for the next 5 games. That's for sure. Guys, if anyone's 1300 in chat, if anyone's 1300 and you guys are joining the pool on chess.com, if you see anyone walking with a limp, I think he's seen Daddy Hambo recently. Must be the same guy. Just so you know, if anyone's in the pool, you see a few guys walking funny, that yeah, I think I might have played them recently. Now, knight d4. Of course, bishop e2 is the habits move. But if you're studying your tactics, if you're studying your classics, the absolute classic checkmate pattern trap is Legal's mate. It involves the knight, bishop, and the other knight going to d5 for checkmate on the king. And it always has to do with a knight sacrifice that hangs your queen and goes into the rematch. Goes into the rematch. Dude, of course I'm saying the word rematch. Do you see what my opponent just wrote to me? I'm in the middle of explaining a beautiful... Look at this. Lol, you afraid of rematch. I can understand. Buddy, you're on the injured reserve. Are you kidding me? You gotta walk around with an EpiPen for the next 10 games. Like, who's this guy? The sequence has a name? It does have a name. It does. It is called Legal's mate. Seriously. So knight here. First of all, if he takes my knight, which would have been a better move for him, I will just take his bishop, which is why I wasn't just trying to do some like trick that only works if he, you know what I mean? Like it does work. It works no matter what. So this would be what I do if he takes. Right? If he doesn't, he does what is the most common move. Take the queen, of course. Then it's all forced, right? After bishop takes, the knight supports the bishop. The bishop checks the king. The king can't go here because of the knight. King has to go here, and now the king is going to escape, but the knight again. And look at all these pieces. That's the check in that square. The knight protects that square and the bishop covers those two. And the pieces work in perfect harmony. And don't forget his pieces betraying him there. Queen and pawn and bishop all taking squares away from that king. Poor guy. He had no support system. Very classic mate in chess. Tough to get. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think I've ever had this checkmate on stream. Almost ever. I've had something very close to this, but like if I've had it, it's definitely less than 3 times. Like in the whole time I've been streaming, 5-6 years. Seriously. This move. How have we seen this before? Barely. I think we've seen it a few times. What do I always say? If anyone plays a move different than this, right? Just play the move that takes the center, the simplest. So F4, can't play E5, it's D5, right? Take the center. You gotta get one pawn in the center to start off. That's the simple truth. All right. So we have not played against this. We don't really have like a setup that we can go for, but anytime we have played D5, we know our setup kind of looks like this. So for now, I'm just gonna go for something similar. Yeah, so I don't know if this is good or not, but it's the setup I'm going to go for. It's the only one that I've ever done when I play D5. So, hey, that's what we're going to do. All right, bishop out, E6, bishop E7, castle, something like that. Bishop out here, we generally attack that guy with A6. Okay. Yep, E6 and bishop E7. Here we go. D3, let's castle. Okay, I mean, haven't seen this opening before, but this looks decent. I'm going to play H6 while I ask you guys the question. Where do my rooks want to go? This is not an easy one. This is not an easy one. So yeah, anyone have some advice? Where do my rooks want to go here? I'm sure the right combination has been said, but it is kind of a not a trick question, but let's just say a tough question. Okay, first of all, my pawn is being attacked. I'm not just going to move a rook there to defend it. I'm going to put the queen so we can decide together where we want to put the pieces. Now, first of all, E8 should definitely be one of your squares. Okay, definitely one of your squares. Why E8? Well, we usually say E8 because this knight often wants to challenge. And at some point, what's my dream? My dream is that I could play E5 someday. Okay, so E8 is very nice. E8 is very nice. It also allows my bishop to maybe get back to that square to defend. And we see my opponent already hinting at the potential of queen G3. Okay, however, and I'm just going to play rook E8 while we continue. However, the other rook is the tough one to place. Okay, he goes E4. Do I want to take it? No, his pawn's just going to get right back. Let's just save our bishop. The other rook is the difficult one, okay? Rook B8, it's an open file, well, for us, but is it going to be the answer? No. It just doesn't do a lot on the, B file. Okay, F5. Let's take that because it opens up the rook to his queen. That I like. And look at this. The rook that we placed on E8, all of a sudden, hey, not too bad, boys. Not too bad. Right? We'll take it. You know, they really call me a magician, a genius when it comes to where do the rooks go. But yeah, that's why we put the rook on E8. It is the most likely file to open up. And can anyone help me out here? I'll still tell you guys where I would have put this rook, but can anyone help me out here for a move for black? We have a pin going on. We should be able to exploit here. There should be some good stuff for us. I see a lot of good suggestions. I see a few bad suggestions, but that's to be expected. I think the majority of the suggestions have been good. D4 blocks the bishop. Knight D7 hits the knight again, so it renews the threat. Bishop takes and anything like that, unfortunately, just he can take back the bishop, and we want to attack this knight again. That's the idea. So we want to increase the pressure. Okay, we want to increase the pressure. Okay, so not bishop b5, but instead keep these guys attacking. Just add another one. Knight d7 and d4 both look great. I think honestly I can't even tell the difference between which one might be better. I'm going to choose to move d4. Now, what did I say about this rook? First of all, not the b file. It's just not good enough. It's such a well-defended pawn. Rook here is going to do absolutely nothing for me. Okay, bonus points if you saw the plan a5 and a4. Not only is it a random pawn move, but after I take, I might get an open file myself. So that would be a good place to start for deciding where this rook's going to go. If you play pawn to a4 and take, you don't have to move your rook anywhere. e8 and a8 would be exactly where the rooks want to be. Otherwise, where would I bring this rook? I would probably bring it over to the d file. Okay, c8 is possible, but with doubled pawns, usually what's going to happen is when they advance, well, they can't really advance, but if pawns capture, it's going to be undoubling here. We do eventually want to maybe take this pawn on e4. Remember, there was a pawn on e4 for white. So rook d8, rook e8 is probably what I would have said. As we see here, there's a free piece for us. Let's go ahead and take that. Doubling rooks is fine, but remember, when I was talking about where to put the rooks, there was no open file. So, of course, we would never say doubling rooks. So it would be either e8, a8 or e8, d8, in my opinion. Okay? Now, how are we going to close out this game? Knight d5 looks good, but you know what? I'm just going to offer a trade of queens. Trade pieces wherever possible. That's our game plan going in. That's our game plan going in. Queen g3. Nice move by him. What's the threat? Queen g3, bishop h6 with a cheeky threat there. Let's not fall into that. It's not a pretty move, but king h8 just to get out of this idea. Why not take with a less value piece on e5? Because I'm going to win a piece, right? I won a piece on e5. What do you do after you win a piece? You trade pieces. So I took with the queen because I saw his queen was there. I wanted to keep trading with him. Okay, he goes there. And we keep up the trades. It's not about winning things. It's about trading things. There we go. Knight forks the queen and the bishop. Trade, 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 trade. Whenever you can force trades, okay? Whenever you can force trades, do so. It's a very, very strong motif. Okay? Going to offer me a queen trade as well on top of that. There we go. Okay? And now we have an extra bishop. We haven't realized the extra bishop yet. Okay? What does that mean? We're in an endgame now. Why am I going to play this move? I want to bring my bishop actually into the game. My king is going to make a journey to the middle. My bishop's going to make a journey to the middle. And then it'll actually feel like I have an extra bishop. Okay? Okay, bishop. We're going to get it in. We're going to bring that king to the center. Could be doing other things like bringing the rook down, but I'm presenting to you a pretty foolproof way to go about it. Just nice and simple. Okay, he goes here. Let's capture towards the center. Don't really know what that move is, but we'll take it for now. Okay. Offering a trade of rooks. Does he want to trade rooks? He shouldn't, but he's going to. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Rook to the middle. I want to bring the king up as well. And eventually I do want to invade with my rook somewhere down there. Okay. King to the middle, like I've been saying. Okay, I have to go here because of the check. I'll see if he takes here. He really shouldn't take. It's not very good to do so. Okay, he goes here. Now let's get the rook involved. Why do you need the king in the middle? We're just following the habits. That's almost always a very, very good idea. King in the center of the board, guys. More active, closer to the action. This king is everything. King helps a lot. Okay, we got to make some threats, right? We could start with this check. See what's going on here. Check. See what he's doing. Okay, he's not blundering or anything like that. We could take this pawn. He should have gone there. Okay, my king's in the center of the board. Just go here. Obviously, we want to trade. And, oh, okay, takes. So, pass pawns, guys. This should be a really easy position for you guys to win. Pre-move, 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 right? Just the whole way. And it happened to be checkmate. But there's no way that that position should even be close. If you know how to use a mouse, pre-moves all the way, just connected pawns, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And it's a checkmate on the board. All right, let's just check the beginning of that game. So f4, we don't really have a system against this. For that reason, I am just going to quickly for a sec dive into the analysis board. As I said, I like to equip you guys with something. I don't like you guys going in blind like, whoa, f4, I've never seen this. Okay, I'm just going to make something up. No. Let's get something. All right? Let's get something in terms of what are we going to do if we ever see this move. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Trojan Baguette, very applicable username. I definitely not sending in some of these lads without protection. You know, you need to know what you're doing going in. First of all, d5. Am I against this move? No, absolutely not. Continue with d5. This is great. This is a great move. What did he do? Just follow his moves. Okay, he went b3. So, first of all, the setup that we went for is not bad. We use basically our London system setup. Not bad at all. Okay, what's the white opening name? It's called the bird. It's called the bird. f4. Okay, move 1, f4. Right, so the first thing is that we're kind of staying away from fianchettos in general. And here, it's not even really that easy to do because he's getting there first. So I definitely want to stick with the bishop on, you know, the diagonals over here. Now, one thing that we want to do in this opening is we want to make sure to deal with this bishop b5 move appropriately. So for example, this is something that I think is kind of annoying. Bishop b5. This is something I want to look out for. So even the way that we just played, plus the move a6, might even be very, very good, right? Just to stop this. But what I don't like is what we got in the game. These double pawns, I'm not a big fan of these. Right? White's position, our opponent, I thought he had a great game. He just messed it up when he played f5. So if I go forward here, I think white has a great position here. And the evaluation reflects that. Okay, f5, you'll see, literally double question mark blunder. Terrible, terrible move. Okay, so that's a big, big throw. But without that move, I think white's got a great position here. That's why I wanted to look at this. I don't think we can just repeat everything you just saw and expect it to be okay every time. So, first of all, d5, fine, b3. I think that what we want to... Why is f5 bad? Well, we won the game. You guys just saw why f5 is bad. We won a piece, and it was a very easy conversion after that. I like our setup, so definitely knight here. We want to keep that. That's fine. Knight here. Okay, c5. This is the main question. This bishop 100% wants to develop on this diagonal. I am cautious about playing bishop d6 because bishop d6, if he plays knight there, I always have to be careful about e4, e5 forking me. I always have to be careful about, you know, if my bishop's on d6, I can never take a knight on e5 because he takes back and forks me once again. So I'm a big fan of what we did. Plus, as soon as you see this, just chuck that. Chuck a6 in. I'm a big fan of that. In fact, you don't even need to play knight c6. Let's play bishop f5. And then this. I like this. This is how we're going to play. We're going to play a6. We don't want to deal with this move at all. Force him to keep that bishop on the board. Okay? e6, bishop e7, castle, h6, useful to save your bishop, and h6 is always a useful move, period. And then the knight will get out here. But I want to play what we played in the game without dealing with bishop e5. Okay? It's going to be annoying for him to have this extra piece on the board because he doesn't want it. He actually wants to give it away and just castle and focus and do exactly what he just did. Okay? So, that's it. That's it. I don't want to, inject too much extra knowledge into you guys. You know, they're already injecting the apes with the vaccine over here in Canada, so I don't want to go shooting extra knowledge into you guys. E6, bishop e7, castle. We're good. That's the plan. Just remember a6. That's all. E3, bishop e5. Okay. As soon as bishop e5 is threatened, play a6. Just stop it. Okay. Next time we see f4, that's what we're gonna play. We're not gonna spend too much time here because honestly, f4 is super rare. Okay. f4 is super rare. Don't spend multiple weeks learning how to play against this system. You're only gonna play like 10 games against it in your life before you get to 1700, right? Let's be clear. And after you get past 1700, you're never going to play against it again because it sucks. So don't worry. Don't worry. It's going to be super rare. Focus, put more time into the things you're going to see more often. All right, Sebastian Boltz. Ooh, he's got that pro league there. Let's go. E4. You guys know the drill. Help me out, guys. Build those habits together. What are we playing against? C6. Everyone should get it right this time. A lot of people got it wrong last time. What's the move? Come on, Big Zorb. Oh, man. We have a terrible percentage here. So many d4s. So many d4s. It's knight f3. It's knight f3. 2 knights out in the Caro-Kann. Isn't d4 the main line? Oh, I didn't realize you wanted the main line. I didn't realize you wanted what everyone else was having. I thought you wanted the best line. Trust me, when it comes to dating, I'm looking for the best one. I'm not looking for what everyone else is having. Here we go. Knight e5. We have seen this time and time again. All right, this is exactly what we're preparing. Bishop h7. Let's start with the queen. Start with the queen, right? Threatening checkmate there. Threatening checkmate in one single move, right? And we're going to hover our bishop here. So if he plays g6, we're going to drop the bishop really, really quick. We're going to drop the bishop really quick. So he thinks that it was a pre-move. It's important to always hover. I'm looking at that g6 square, trying to drop it as fast as possible when he plays pawn to g6. If he plays another move, well, he's probably just getting mated. Queen d5, we still want to play. Bishop c4. Okay, so he thought that might have been a pre-move. Of course, there we go. Easy, get him the hell out of here. Knight f3. Knight c3. And the big difference here is, imagine you play d4, right? Imagine we go like this. This is main line. This is boring. This is boring. Guys, I mean, he's going to play pawn. Oh, God, you're going to have to play for ages. Low T. Instead, go with the knight. We skip a move. It's the same thing with the knight capturing, except I have a knight here. It's much better. I can get the knight into e5 now. So when these guys, they're just robots. They're programmed. They're programmed to play the exact same stuff every time. So he's going to do the same thing. h4, h6. He's a robot. Knight e5. Well, he's never seen this one before. And he's going to start malfunctioning. Queen h5. There's only one move to stop this. If he goes queen d5, we still go bishop c4. He goes g6. We go bishop c4. Hopefully you can hover it like I did. Treat it like a pre-move as best you can. And then, I mean, you're going to get a lot of people that just think you hung your queen. Just basically disrespecting you. Thinking you're hanging your queen like that. All right? You guys are all saying different questions. I have been over this multiple times in the habit streams. Check the VODs. You can ask a friend. But, I've gone over many lines here. In fact, you're asking me, what do we do about d4? We've already had a game today with d4. So there's been lots and lots of examples. Go rewatch the VOD. Can't go over it every time, but This is Caro-Kann working as intended. Two knights. Okay, what do we do against this? We had a game. We want to play e6 and just support. Okay, bishop here. Talked about this. Takes, we want to take back. How are there so many Canadians? My dude here is not Canadian. My dude here is Peruvian, why I said I think the PFT would work well against him. But you're right. There have been a lot of Canadians today. Okay, so what did I say? I said I was going to go knight here before I did h6. That's going to be my one change. Okay, so let's go here. Now if he takes, we're taking back with the knight. Okay, he doesn't do it. He goes here. We're going to play c6. And what comes next? He's going h3. Rook always to the e file. Okay, guys. How do we get the rest of our pieces out? We got to get this guy out. What do we do with it? We got an open diagonal here, so definitely looking at it, but we got a knight in the way, right? We got a knight in the way. How are we going to handle this? Big Zorb. 5 gifted subs. Okay, Big Zorb, I see you. Don't think I'm going to forget that you're the guy who said d4 in the Caro-Kann. Hey, I'm not going to forget that. But I'm also not going to forget this. 5 gifted subs. On top of that, you know, try to smooth out the edges. I'm seeing a lot of knight f8. Absolutely makes a lot of sense. Let's go here. Opens up the bishop. This knight can go to 2 squares, which threaten the bishop. And this bishop does want to get to that d6 square. Right? Does want to get to d6. So, continuing this knight, bishop d6. I think both are very reasonable. I'm going to choose to start with the bishop. This is always a temporary move we do. Bishop e7 and then bishop d6. Always. So don't feel bad. It looks like you're wasting time, all right? Don't feel bad that you're sort of double stepping. Rook e1. And how about Flockamusin with 20 gifted subs? Getting the energy going. Big Zorb and Flockamusin. Flock, 20 gifted subs. Here we go, guys. We got to get this bishop out. We got to put some pressure in the middle of the board here. Let's just start with this. Rook is coming to the middle. Thank you again, Flock. Very kind of you. E4. Okay. Well, we know there's going to be some trades happening here. Not much we can do about that. Okay. Take that. Again, we're going to get this rook in the middle of the board here. Got the h6 in. This looks like a good position. Yes, Doc Banner. 100%. Very nice bomb. Making sure Flock is a part of what we're doing here. All right, knight there. He's threatening our bishop. I like the idea of just bishop here, bishop there. This is following what Mayo was teaching to Dan about putting the bishop in front of the pass pawn, controlling the square in front of the, not pass pawn, but isolated pawn, excuse me. All right, knight goes back. I don't think this is ridiculous to play, so I'm going to continue it. Bishop to d5. Remember, isolated pawn, when you're playing against it, trades are good, okay? And always make sure that the square in front of it, you don't take with a pawn. You always take with a piece. Always take with a piece. e3. Again, trades. I said they're good. We're talking about the isolated pawn here. Knight e6. And we see we're just adding pressure, blockading it, controlling the square in front of it. It's all about this. It's all about that pawn right there. Okay. There he goes, rook to d1. He's covering it. Now, how are we going to add even more pressure to this? Well, one of the issues at the moment is that we've got 3 people attacking it. He's only got 2 defending. Right? How do we increase the pressure? Thank you. That looks like a good suggestion. c5. Amazing. c5. The rook is pinned, and it's just been such a free-flowing game. Start to finish. We haven't done anything special, just gone for some simple trades. And look, we're using one tactic to finish off this game. Let's just take it. Go for trades, right? Knight takes, pawn takes. I think they're both good. The only reason I choose the knight is that I want even more trades, honestly. I want even more trades. Okay. Now, pass pawn, guys. As long as we can push it, you know I'm going to do that. You know I'm going to do it. Okay, so he does what is, in my opinion, a good move. He gets in front of the pawn. He doesn't let me just push for no reason. Okay, so now comes the next part of the game. Obviously, we got an extra pawn. It's a pass pawn. But how do we actually go about converting this position? Okay, how do we go about converting it? It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Okay, there are some small things that I would do to improve the position. Okay, number one, we got some pawns over here. Let's just start pushing them a bit. Okay, we don't have to worry about losing this pawn because we got it covered. Rook there. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to strengthen that pawn a little bit. Random pawn moves. That's right. That's right. Okay, he's activating that rook a little bit. I don't know if he should be so maybe he should be so boisterous. Now, he's got one piece in front of the pawn. I've got two pieces behind it. I can move some of these, right? There's no way that I need both of them to be supporting this pawn. He's only got one there. I only need one of these here. So, it means I can start using these pieces to make some threats, right? So, either rook or queen to the e file, get an open file of my own, maybe get down there and make some real threats. So, we'll see what we can do. Let's try the rook first. Okay. Both moves look good. Same idea. I think both are fine. So if you thought of one of those moves, that's a good thing. Good thing. Okay, he goes king there. Now what's my next move going to be? Well, not rocket science here. How about the queen? You're threatening checkmate down there. You're also threatening the rook. What does he have to do about it? Well, he's only got one move on the board, and it's going to be rook all the way back, isn't it? Now, help me out with the next move. Help me out with the next move. This is a type of move to just KO somebody. Type of move to KO somebody. Queen trade, I would not fault you for saying queen e4, honestly. I would not. You want to put the KO on someone, you play this move, queen to h2. And you know what? There's no way you can stop checkmate on h1 without heavy, heavy material loss. Okay? So you might be asking, how am I supposed to win this game? Well, we just did it in about 5-6 moves together. I don't think any of those moves were complicated. Tossed a few pawns up, activated my pieces on the open file, and boom, there's mate. Here we go. Good move. He's not going to get mated now, but he is going to get skewered and lose that material there. Most likely he's going to take that pawn and allow us to give him that nice KO on e1. That is a checkmate. No! He gets out of the way. Good move by him. So, back to the pass pawn, right? Let's not forget the basics. Even though we might have won this rook, after king here, I could still see a lot of you guys getting complacent, maybe losing on time here, getting flagged. It's still possible. So, back to the habits, push the pass pawn. All right? That's all we're doing here. Pass pawn, pass pawn, pass pawn. Okay? Keep it simple. There we go. And now we can deliver the mate. We just got to hunt this king down. Check. And checkmate. Okay? But not outrageous there. Right? We just had an extra pass pawn, small tactic, traded pieces. It was a solid game. It was a solid game. Nothing special. Big boy raccoon. All right, let's put him in the big boy shed. Let's go. Ooh, interesting. So we haven't seen this opening in a while. Okay. Okay, we always get the knight out, attack the queen. Okay. D4. We're going to get the knight out. We're going to get the bishop out to C4. Okay. Or actually, we start with this and then bishop C4. Oh, okay. Takes. Interesting. I guess we're playing big boy raccoon here. We can't be messing around no more, you know? Okay, let's get this bishop out and let's castle. Okay, quick castling. Quick castling. Rook always belongs on this this file right here. Not c4. Well, it's a little bit nicer to have the bishop on an open diagonal rather than one that's kind of hitting a pawn. But if the bishop's on c4, it's absolutely not an issue here. All right. Okay, bishop needs to develop. I only like bishop here because it threatens the queen. So we'll see what he does. But basically, I like this because it seems to threaten moving the knight. He's going to move the queen back. And I'm not really trying to do anything too crazy here. I just wanted that square. I wasn't trying to do anything crazy there. Once he moves the queen, we can put our bishop where we actually want it, which is on g5. Okay. So bishop to g5. He goes knight there. We can play knight here. We can play rook to the middle. You guys get the idea. Knight e4, rook to the middle. We're going to take here. This is exactly the position we want. Okay, but it's nice and open. We have two bishops, right? That's all we can ask for. Rook d1. Now, what's he going to do? Big boy raccoon. We need a big boy move here, buddy. There we go. That's what we needed from big boy raccoon. That's a good one. Rook to the middle. Here we go. Blunderbra with 10 gifted subs. Big Flunder. Oh, man. Thank you. Blunderbra. He is nuts right now. He is nuts right now. All right. So, it's time for maybe a few random pawn moves. Let's go over here. Thank you, though, Blunder. Helping the sub count get up there, man. Okay, are we going to take this? No, that's just going to help him. Let's keep our bishops on the board if possible. Okay, bishops on the board. Yep, queen h4, 100% possible. I thought queen f3 was a little bit more of a natural square. Okay, again, let's just solidify that. It's not so much about going for KO tactics here. It's about doing our best to keep the two bishops while at the same time improving our position. So, for example, like in this position, doubling up the rooks on an open file is an idea. Let's see if Big Boy Raccoon has some big boy moves. Okay, we know we wanted to double. That was the plan there. Okay, so this is an important moment, guys. I do not want to trade bishops. I've been clear about that. Just to not trade bishops, I'm going to bring my bishop all the way back. It might look like a retreating move, but hey, he played a retreating move too. And my bishop still exerts pressure on that diagonal. So not in a big rush here. Not in a big rush here. Okay, bring the bishop back. He goes b6. How are we going to make progress here? How are we going to make progress here? Anyone have some plans? It's a tough position, but it's a good one. We've been following the habits. We got h3. We got the rooks in the middle. We got the bishops in the middle. c4. I think c4 is a pretty reasonable move. You know, very tempting to kick that knight out. We can go c4. Chat favorite move. GM chat. No. Hang on a sec. I didn't say the move was good. I said we're going to pick the move because the chat picked it, and I said it was the crowd favorite. There's a big difference. Okay, I'm going to save my bishop. Remember, I'm not giving away bishop for knight. I have no interest in doing that. I want to keep 2 bishops on the board all times. So I don't want him to take me, and I don't want to take him. Okay. Bishop here. Lining up on the king. Should be good, right? Can't complain about that. Okay, he's getting the king out of the way. Now what? Now what? Right? We're doing a good job here. The bishops are still on the board. As long as we keep the bishops, gotta be happy. Gotta be happy. I see D5 coming in hot from chat here. D5. You guys are just in sender mode. You guys are in sender mode. You guys better be right about this. I'm following you guys. Tommy Shelby says D5 is pretty dumb. Queen and D7. How are we supposed to follow up now? Geniuses. Whoa, okay, I get it. Queen F6. Okay, I get it. You want Queen F6? I get it. I'll do it. Queen F6. There you go. Oh, we even got some chat members already putting the KO in there. There's the KO. I don't even have to take that. Just let the guy resign. Now, what moves were really needed? We need G3, H4, H5. G3 is nice to control this. Also to support H5 or H4, followed by H5. Look to take or play H6. So it's merely that we should do this first. Play King G2. Have the threat of either using this side or using this side like this. So he, when we played C4, could have maybe done a bit better at defending, I would say. Yeah, just a bit. So let's see. Maybe we'll only do one more game. Let's have a look here. We're either going to do 1 or 2 more, guys. We're going to do 1 or 2 more. Let's go. See if we can finish the day with some strong games. Back to the habits. Guys, knight F3. We know it's knight F3. Root 84. He's going with G6. Do I care? No. We're going C3 regardless. We want to play D4. And we're going to get it. There we go. On there. What do I always say? They should be clear on this by now. What do I always say? There's no chance I play E5 and close it up. Open it. Always open the game. Why? Because the guy's going to take with his queen. It's like, why do I not want this tempo? Get him out of here. Look at the time we can be gaining. Queen C6. Can someone get him out of here? Get him out of here. We need another one. It's not good enough. How many games have we won in less than 10 moves today? Henry Harris, you want one too? Okay, buddy, step right up. G6, seen that one before. Guys, whenever we see G6, what do? Always take the center. That's my advice, at least. Always take the center. Really bringing out the bamboo stick today for sure. D6. Okay, we're just going to get the pieces developed. These are normal squares. We're going to get castled next. We're going to get castled next. E6. What? What is E6? This guy needs help. He needs habits. Dude, you got no center. You got nothing. E6. Okay. Okay, we go knight C3. Bring the rook to the middle. Classic, classic. He's shadowing all the things. You guys are 100% right. All right, let's get the bishop out there. We want to play like queen d2. Yeah, rook d1, h3. Just the habits. Nothing special here. Nothing special here. Okay, knight there. Let's get that rook over. Middle of the board. h3 coming up. What's h3 for? It means we will never get checkmated, honestly. It's just a useful move that we want to get in every single position. None of you guys should be playing games that somehow exist without h3 and h6. That's the move that will immediately help you. Okay, d5. Now, I've always said stuff like this, if we take and the queen has to come out or something, we always open the center. Otherwise, I've said keep the tension. That's what keep the tension means. Level 1 habits, you see d5, boom, you're taking. Boom, you're taking. Now, I'm well aware in this position, if we took, we could have taken again. Could have won some material. But I want you guys to get in the habit of keeping the tension in the position, okay? If he takes us, we get to take back. That's what we want. Let's just get h3 in there. Let's just get h3 in there. Okay, now we sort of got our dream set up. Kind of wondering what he's going to do. He goes rook d8. Okay. Someone says attack. We have a lot of options here, right? We still want this and the knight takes to happen. Okay. But let's start with this. Let's get rid of that bishop in front of the king. Let's get rid of it. Why not e5 to lock up his bishop? We just don't have a lot of experience in closed positions. So I'm advocating for you guys to play open positions instead. Okay? So it's not because e5 is a bad move. There's a lot of times it'd be good, but I think you guys need to have open positions, lots of tactics. That's where you're going to find success. Okay? So just keep the position open for now. At least that's what I recommend. That's the main reason why I haven't played e5. That's the main reason why in the Caro-Kann, in the French, we never ever play e5. We never close the position down if we can open it or leave the tension instead. So we're just chilling here. All right. A lot of things we could do here. What will we do? Suggestions. There's some random pawns like I might toss around over here. Some of these moves. Right? There's also some moves in the center we can do. That's right. I'm too tall. Keep her open. All right. Random pawn move. You guys are calling for it. You guys are getting it. Let's go. Toss her up there. Henry Harris says, hello, Mon. Now, this is either someone who just watches the stream, or it could be our buddy DeFresh from earlier. You guys remember DeFresh? It could be him. The guy could be back. He could have woken up. Remember, this is Australia again. Could be our buddy there. Knight e5. I'm not going to say no to knight in the middle of the board. The mole guy, exactly. Have you guys forgotten already? Hasn't been that long, has it? JHK23 hasn't been that long, has it? Since JHK has been supported? I don't think so. Thanks for 5 subs, man. Getting that sub number up there. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close, guys. Queen c8. Okay. I've been talking about keeping the tension. Okay. course, it's an option to take, but hey, we've waited this long. Let's get practice. Let's keep that tension, all right? The knight, we can't kick away. I'm just going to go with a random pawn move here. Okay, our knight's being attacked. That's fine. I'm going to move back. At Nightbot, what's the total sub count? That reminds me of Yasser Serwan. Heart, pure. But Yasser, for an entire broadcast, spoke to Nightbot in the chat. For those who don't know Yasser, he's an elder. He spoke to Nightbot like he was a person. Nightbot was saying stuff like, the chessbrahs have, 5,000 subs. And Yasser was like, oh, wow. Shout out to Nightbot in the chat, Aman. He's always on point. He just knows everything about the channel. It's amazing. And he's always in the chat as well. Shout out to Nightbot. Love you, Yasser. All right. Knight here. What are we going to do? How about we double the rooks? Right? This is normal. Whenever I'm sort of looking for a move, doubling the rooks on the open file, very, very standard. At this point, it's almost a meme that we're still here. Like, this is very impressive. For like a 1400 level, to still have the tension in the position, it pretty much makes no sense. Pretty much makes no sense. All right, takes here. I can take with the knight or the pawn. Sorry, knight or the bishop, rather. Take the pawn with the bishop is what I meant. Bishop gets the bishop off the square the knight's going to capture. I don't think either one is bad. I'm going to choose the bishop. Seems to make a little bit more sense to me. E5. We like to see that move by him. That's a good one. Okay, E5. He's got a threat. He wants to take on D4. I need to do something about this. D5 looks like almost the only move. E5 by him is very strong. Why not rook? It just looks a little funny to put the rook on a square where the bishop's looking at it. We got to push it, yeah. Yeah, we're not super happy about pushing it, but we got to send it. We do have to send it. Okay, he goes back now. Is he threatening this? Remember, the amount of pieces that are hitting it, I think he actually is. It's not an easy pawn to defend. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. But the problem is my queen is closer than my rook, right? So, for example, I got to like move this queen out of the way. Somehow put this rook here. But it's not quick enough. That's why the queen in front is not as good as rook in front. In terms of defending pawns. For anything else, like delivering mate, stuff like that, obviously queen in front's better. F5. Great move. And you went bishop. You go bishop back. F5 is a good move, but after E4, I'm going to put my bishop here and I guess utilize the fact that this knight is loose on the E file, right? So taking, I'm not sure that's exactly what you want to do. He decides to take here. Okay, let's send it. Is he going to take there? No. He goes, knight takes on D5. We got to save this knight. It's time for a pre-move? Oh, it's a risky pre-move. Let's go for this one. Doubling right here. That looks like the move. I think I'm going to pre-move it. It's risky, but I'm going to go for it. This might be a bad pre-move, but you got to take some risks. Knight E6. Okay, and we want rook D6. We're going to get it, and we're going to just pre-move. He's taking too long. Something's up. How are you going to take that long? That was a good game. It was. Henry Harris played well. You know what? It was just unlucky. It was just unlucky that the knight here was hanging. Obviously, this is not something I planned for that to happen. So you know what? If I was him, I would have just taken this pawn. He's outplaying me here. He's winning a pawn there. He thought he was winning a piece here, but this is just a fortunate situation. Fortunate situation. He said, "Hey, Aman," and then he said, "GG's." He's definitely, well, maybe he's in the chat right now. I don't know. But either way, GG to this guy. Played well. He did have me fully on the ropes, especially with the time. I was just able to make a one-move threat, and I had a good feeling he wasn't going to play this because his knight is hanging there. Right? His rook here is the one being hit, but is he going to actually just move his rook? Of course not. He's going to move this rook. Why is that the case? Believe me, I don't know, but I can read the dude's mind. Hey guys, just a reminder that Building Habits is going to be a regular series on our YouTube channel, so make sure to get subscribed if you are not already. Drop a comment down below for the algorithm, and let me know what you thought about the video. See you next time.